In this video, you'll learn how to purchase multiple licenses of subscription products at wordonfire.org and then share them with your group, whether that be a school or a parish or any other type of organization. For this example, we're going to use the Catholicism School Enrichment subscription product, which is actually a bundle. It contains 3 different subscriptions, one for grade 6, one for grade 7, and one for grade 8. So suppose for our example that you're in a school and there are 3 6th grade teachers that teach religion, 3 7th grade, and 3 8th grade. Now that might be a pretty big school if you have that many religion teachers, but we'll just use that for the example so we can understand how this works. So when you're on the product page, you want to purchase 3 copies of the license, because remember the package includes 6, 7, and 8, and you need 3 of each. So we're going to go ahead and increase the quantity to 3. You can add whatever number of licenses you want, anywhere from 1 to hundreds or thousands, but we'll stick with 3, and then you hit Add to Cart. You'll now go through the whole checkout process. First is the shopping cart page. It shows you what you just added. We'll go ahead and click Continue Checkout. And now you're brought to the billing information section. If you've already purchased something from Word on Fire in the past, this should already be filled out with your name and your address and your credit card information. But if not, you're going to want to go ahead and fill that out now. Once you have all that there, you click the Confirm button. And then you'll have one last chance to review your order before it's final. So on this page, you'll see the 3 annual licenses under the Order Item Info section. You'll see your billing info and you'll see your final total. Again, for this sample, it's just a test product, so we only made it 1 cent for an annual license, a huge bargain. And since we bought 3 of them, that's why you see the order total is 3 cents. So we're pretty happy with that, and we'll click Confirm Order. The last page you'll see is a success page. Your order has been processed successfully. So you've completed the first of the 2 big steps for a subscription product. The first step involves purchasing the product through the checkout process. Now, the second step involves sharing the activation codes. Now, to get those codes and to share them with the teachers in your school or the other members of your organization, you need to head to your member dashboard. You can get there by clicking this member dashboard link. It's highlighted in orange here on the success page. But you can also get there from any page at Word on Fire by clicking the orange box at the top right. And then the second option from the bottom says My Account. That'll also take you to the member dashboard. When you're at the member dashboard, you want to click the big subscriptions button. It's the one all the way to the right, and that'll scroll you to the My Subscriptions section. Now, right now, you probably won't see any subscriptions because you haven't activated any. Remember, we just purchased 3 annual licenses of the middle school subscription, but we haven't activated any of those codes. The reason we set up a 2-step process where you purchase the subscription and then you need to activate the codes is because sometimes you want to purchase the codes for yourself and activate them on your account, but other times, as in this example, one person purchases the codes, but they want to distribute them to other people so that the other people can activate the codes in their accounts. So we're going to use that as our example here. So to see all the codes that we just purchased, you want to click the Purchased tab next to My Subscriptions. And when you do that, you'll see the 3 licenses that we just purchased, or however many licenses you've purchased in your case. Now remember, this middle school subscription package is a bundle, and each of the annual licenses contains a code for 3 different grades, grade 6, grade 7, grade 8. The subscription you purchase may only contain 1 subscription code because it doesn't have 3 products within it, it just has 1. But you'll get a good feel for how this works using this example. So remember, in our scenario, we had 9 different teachers, 3 teachers for grade 6, 3 for grade 7, and 3 for grade 8. And we need to get each of those 9 teachers their activation code so they can start using this subscription product. So what we want to do is next to each of these names, grade 6, grade 7, grade 8, there's a drop-down arrow. And when we click that arrow, we'll see a unique activation code. Now, in this case, you'll see that each of them are unredeemed. That means that nobody has used that code to activate the subscription, and that's how they'll appear right after you first purchase the product. Eventually, once the teacher or the parishioner or the person in your organization redeems the code, it'll tell you the name of the person who redeemed it. But right now, all 9 of our codes are unredeemed. So they're the 3 for that license. On the right here, you'll see the 3 for this license. And at the bottom, you'll see the 3 for the next license. Now, the final step is to email these codes to the people who need them. So in this case, we might want to highlight this first code and then right click and hit copy, and then we can open up an email and email it to the first teacher of grade 6. We might say, hey, Mrs. Smith, here's your code so that you can access the Catholicism School Enrichment Middle School subscription product. All you have to do is go to wordonfire.org and set up your member account. And then when you scroll down on your member dashboard, there's an area at the bottom that says subscription redeem code. You simply paste your code there. So I right click and hit paste, and then I hit redeem. And now that grade 6 subscription does show up under the My Subscriptions section. Now, for the person who purchased all these codes, if you go under the Purchase tab, you'll see that that code we just copied has now been redeemed. It's been redeemed by Brandon Vaught under this test account. The other ones are still unredeemed and will remain that way until the teacher has activated them. So this way, you know exactly who and when your codes have been activated. So that's it for the subscription module. I wanted to mention one more thing. These codes can only be redeemed one time by one account. Now, if you run into a rough situation where maybe a teacher has redeemed the code and then the teacher moves away and you need to give somebody else access to that code, simply send us an email at contact@wordonfire.org and we'll take care of everything for you. And that was also a great email address to use if you have any other general questions about this subscription process.